but I don't agree with you on this one. I have tried other forms of ADHD meds. I have vomited on them. I have been unable to eat. I have been unable to brush my teeth. They did not change the way my brain worked. Period. End of story. I was miserable. I tried them for months and it was miserable. I'm not saying that people cannot become addicted to Adderall. I'm not saying that people with ADHD cannot become addicted to Adderall. However, especially with how controlled of a substance it is, and as long as you are being responsible with it, which should be for any medication, the risk of becoming addicted to Adderall is substantially lower when you actually have ADHD. Obviously, there are predispositions that anyone can have based on family history and all the things. And if you don't have ADHD, the chances of becoming addicted to Adderall are way higher because you actually get high off of it. If you have ADHD, your chances of actually being high when you're on a medicinal dose, if I took too much of my meds, which is Adderall, I would have issues. I would have clenched jaw, I would have withdrawal, like actual withdrawal. Super cranky bitch. That's when I would crave sugar the most. There were times during like finals in college that I might have taken like a quarter more at night, like when I'm studying, to try and like have more time available of actual brain cells. And that's when I would have those types of symptoms. I could tell it was too much. It's not that if I don't take it in the morning that I'm incapable of getting up. Adderall's half-life is not one that stays in your system like SSRIs. What I feel in the mornings when I don't take my medicine is not something that I cannot overcome, but it makes me question how I ever functioned prior to having medicine that helped me through my day-to-day. I would not and could not do the things that I'm doing without my Adderall, period. I've tried other medicines and they didn't work. Would I try and get things done? Yes, of course. I'm very ambitious on Adderall or not. But the actual follow through, the actual function of my brain, I can tell when my Adderall is wearing off because I just sit here, like thinking about all the things in the whole wide world, like out in outer space, the whole like squirrel thing, like that. Like And Adderall makes me cry. 2 reasons. They're pretty much the same thing. When I haven't been on it for a while and then I get on it, I cry because I have the desire to be social. Like, as much of a homebody as I am, when I'm not on my Adderall, I don't want to even talk to anyone. Like, and it's not just social anxiety. It is literally like, my brain doesn't function. My brain does not function. The only thing or time where my brain functions what I would consider well, not on Adderall, is when I'm in a flow. So like something that I have the ambition and the desire and the means, and the like, means meaning like time, supplies, material, the setup, the space to do so, no interruptions. Like that is when I can do just like long periods of focus. Like I used to be able to play The Sims for like 12 hours, right? But that is also like a lot of stimulation coming in. And I don't need as much. I can do mundane tasks with my Adderall. My life would not and could not be what it is if I wasn't on Adderall. And since my diagnosis and since starting the medication, I have had time periods where I am not on it and I function, but I'm not as productive. I cannot focus as easily. My life is substantially messier. Just like in general, I'm a hot mess. I mean, let's be real, I'm a hot mess all the time, but like there are other factors. I'm not saying stimulants or Adderall are for everyone. I'm not saying that there's zero risk, but there's risk in a lot of medications. I have tried others and nothing works for me like Adderall. And it's not that I'm incapable, it's that I have to work 3,000 times harder to do the things that I do when medicated without my medicine. The only thing that I've found personally that comes close to helping me manage my ADHD alongside or separate from Adderall is marijuana. And that is harder to get state to state. And it's a lot easier for me to just get blasted than it is to just take my prescribed medication of Adderall and move on with my day. Whereas like marijuana is a recreational drug for me and something that helps my ADHD at the same time. So I have to be extremely cognizant to use it as medicine and not getting blasted and having fun with it, especially when that is the only thing I have available to me. When I lived in Iowa, I only had access to marijuana, and I had to try really hard to use it only to the point where I was more functional, not have fun with it unless it was a time period to have fun with it. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm making full sense on that one, but like Adderall is very much my lifeline. Stimulants are very much my lifeline. And while I would be willing to try something else again, I have tried multiple other forms of ADHD medication, and I was literally sick every single morning to the point of literally not even being able to brush my teeth. Like I couldn't, I was vomiting. I was just puking. And I don't have that with Adderall.